Third running back into the game now for the American squad, and Nussmeier going to go to the air and going to give it to one of his teammates at LSU, and he's going to come down with the catch.
Oh, they give it to him. There you go. Yep.
They did. Aaron Anderson, who was on the kick. Oh, that's Barryon Brown, actually.
Using that speed to push this vertical. You think he can really fly. You got to respect that, and then the ability to get in and out of the break, working downhill. Nicely done. Not an easy throw with the wind here.
But a really nice opening drive here for Garrett Nussmeier and Scott Tolzien, the offensive coordinator. Pounding the run game. And this, though, they're going to let it keeper to Garrett Nussmeier. He pulled it and took it to the house. Garrett Nussmeier with the first touchdown of the 77th Panini Senior Bowl.
It's a heck of a drive, and windy conditions really drove the ball outside the numbers for a nice throw, and then a great read on a zone read here. Read that in man on the line, crashing down
perfectly,
and just pulled it.
Because look what happened. Look what happened to Washington. Llewellyn cracked him on that one. Great read by Nussmeier, but I'm impressed by the drive. These youngsters came out ready.
To their first ever 10-win season, and they'll put it in his hands early, and he's going to take a shot. Got it complete to the tight end, Justin Jolie. And getting Diego Pavia on the move, DJ, that was a smart move by the offensive coordinator here, Jamal Singleton.
Yeah, I think that was Auburn. That was Auburn. Crawford coming off the edge and able just to get away from it. And he can roll. He can run just outside of that outstretched arm and able to throw an accurate ball. Again, Kamari Ramsey in coverage, but just the windy
making decisions. Need to take a good hard look at what they're doing.
That ball's out
on the ground, and it is picked up. Zion Young, and he flipped it forward to his teammate, and it's back on the ground again. And let's see how we unpack this one.
There's a lot going on there.
The ball changed hands 3 times, and
might be changing hands again.
Maybe a fourth.
Missouri's number 9, Zion Young.
We are going to keep the ball with the American team after the fumble. Grayson Halton.
He tried to pitch it again.
Knocked out by Pavia. Pavia punched it out. What a peanut punch by Pavia. Although it's all for naught. It is, in fact, a turnover.
He's kind of lost that on his own there.
Watch Pavia here.
You know, on the first 3 plays of the game, Pavia followed the ball all the way down each time.
Bang!
The completion, the running play, and then on that one there, and that's why he was available to help make a play.
Jamari Taylor has a hole. Jamari Taylor bursts through.
Oh, gosh.
Collision at the end from Deshaun Singleton, the safety out of Nebraska.
And this offensive line's having a ball, guys. DJ, how much do you like Ihanachor from Arizona State?
Oh, look at the knockdown right there. Just throws him on the ground and then gives him a little extra on the ground.
See Slaughter out in front, getting a big block. Was that Carmona, 79?
Yep.
Out of Arkansas. This offensive line doing yeoman's duty early in the game for the American team.
Physical finish at the end, and he gets the carry again and makes a move. And Jamari Taylor has a chance, but he is brought down by Thaddeus Dixon at UNC. It's a burst there from the Cav running back.
You've got a free defender, and he's able to make him miss.
And take a look out on the perimeter. He makes him miss, but on the perimeter, I believe Lewis Bond, number 11, also helps him out. Look at him freeze him there, but look at Bond. Downfield blocking out on the corner. Bench.
Take that.
Oh, there's
Ihanachor
out there.
Another shot. And Ott will take it into the end zone. And the American team on the ground, a physical presence dominating the line of scrimmage early on.
Ihanachor is pulling out there from Arizona State. He's got nobody to block. Watch 58, the right tackle, pulling outside. Anybody want any of this? I can get inside and pick off one right here. But that's about all you need. It's wide open.
Big hurt.
That's it. Here's Nussmeier starting out the second quarter with the American team. Got to complete again. This is Aaron Anderson, his LSU teammate. That'll push this thing into the national team territory.
Nussmeier moving around a little bit here.
He's looking healthy, which he was not for a large portion of this last season in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, climbing up in the pocket, get a little pressure.
Sure. Matt Rule didn't want to see that, did he?
Nussmeier, perfectly thrown, but dropped by Gillenborg and picked off. Picked off. Speaking of Nebraska, Deshaun Singleton comes up with it.
That's a tough one to go on the quarterback ledger. Look at this ball. It's getting this up and down. Gets it up over the linebacker, gets it down to the tight end. and unfortunately just right through his hands. You can't throw it much better than that.
Oh, goodness. Bryson Eason just exploded through the line of scrimmage and nearly took the handoff from Luke Altmaier.
How did he not?
I don't know, but Luke Altmaier's the new quarterback in from Illinois. But that was an impressive play by Eason, who kind of set the tone in one-on-ones early this week, DJ.
Yeah, he's quick. You see him getting up the field. They were trying to hit him with the tight end coming across. CD, he was a 260-pound high school linebacker. Many opportunities.
Oh, boy.
Another cut.
Tyree West had some penetration, but Jay Knott is showing some explosiveness.
How about the stop-start right there?
Yeah.
What'd you say about maybe you can kick save things?
Yeah, kick save.
This is Jay Knott right here.
Draft stock right there, a little in and out, and then the burst make you miss the second level, and he's finishing every run through contact.
Well, that's kind of been the
Here's
theme.
let's a stop-start right there.
Yeah, 2023, 13.
William Farron from BYU. Degree of difficulty high, but he puts it through. And the American team is going to add.
Corners here working against Malachi Fields.
Oh, Altmaier has that stripped right out of his hand by Vincent Anthony of Duke.
Never mind.
Although we got a
That didn't last
flag.
long.
My goodness. Altmaier's been getting some edge pressure quickly. Sloan on the first drive, Anthony here.
Look at
Bowery's had a tough day.
Offense, number 70. That penalty is declined. First down.
Talk about Jude Bowery, the right tackle from Boston
he's
College.
had a tough day.
And that's a really nice play by Anthony, getting past him and in real life can be part of the package. Well done by Cameron.
Oh, no, another pick. It's Fred Davis from Northwestern who's able to get that one off the tip. Sawyer Robertson looking out for Colin Lacey, but another turnover here in the first half.
Opportunistic defense has been the name of the game today.
And receivers not hauling in passes.
Well, that's for sure. 1:01 to play. The American team with another opportunity, but let's take a look at
Trading
this pick.
card time.
It is time for the Prism.
There it is. Go Panini.
Oh, he's got the solo shot. Here we go down here on the bottom. The ball's in the slot. It's a little bit high, but
yeah.
unfortunately it just gets tipped up in the air. Instead of being an incompletion, you end up with an interception.
Guarantee the receiver coach.
Are usually where
This
most
is
of these
old
guys
school.
have played their ball. Sawyer Robertson taking a shot, and we got a tight end coming down with a catch. It's Matthew Hibner from SMU.
It's good coverage.
Was
That's
that
Kilgore. Kilgore
South
was all
Carolina?
over him. I think they got him for interference, but man, he was in great position. You see Zion Young with a little pressure actually
Illegal
gets
contact.
to
Defense, number 23. That penalty is
Gets to
declined.
Robertson. Robertson.
Result of play, it's a first down.
The defensive line coach for the national team, Tanzel Smart, and we got another near sack, and then we do end up getting Altmaier on the ground. And there it is. There's Nadeem Tucker, who's kind of been in and around the action a bunch today and does get to the quarterback here.
Who missed it first, though? Had
Yeah.
a great opportunity.
We got to get rid of the
Right
ball,
over
though.
the top.
It was Dayon Hayes. Pavia going back to the air again, but he's going to get brought down, and there's Banks in on that one. A couple of guys in there.
Yeah, and that time he still was playing a little bit high, but the ball kind of got run up into him, and he's able to get off the play and make a stop here. You see 88 working on 77. There he is, just kind of stacking him, slowly trying to walk him back there. And then
Right? Son, yeah.
Whoa,
My
Kieron
goodness,
Crawford.
Kieron Crawford, welcome to Mobile.
How are you doing, my friend?
That was a big-time play and some effort at the end to finish it to get Pavia on the ground.
He hasn't played a lot of football in his life, just kind of that 1 year in high school at CD, but this is someone who has got a lot in his body. 24 coming off the edge. Crawford, you're going to see him working off your left side here. A little inside swim move.
That's a
and
big
finishes
move.
it.
Pavia, again, going to get flushed out of the pocket, going to check it down, and does connect with Star Thomas, who, by the way, was his teammate at New Mexico State.
And appears to be in a better mood.
Yeah. Well, for now.
Hey, look, you know, when you're going through that stuff in pregame, that was quite the pop Betcher put on him. I might have taken offense at that myself.
He went to help him up, CD.
Yeah, he did. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, my bad.
Yeah, but that's not how you do it in warm-ups, guys. I mean, you know,
He's a little jacked up, man.
Cheap shot.
Back in at quarterback, and he's going to hand it off to Seth McGowan, who's
Whoa.
got a seam, and Seth McGowan exploding through the line of scrimmage and into plus territory. Best play of the day for the national team.
Popped one here.
Left side, the offensive line. And look at that coming around. Nice little wraparound block there, too.
That was 77.
77, Keelan Rutledge. Out of Georgia Tech. And anytime he gets a chance to run into...
Oregon is the long snapper, and Stevens got it. 51 yards for Drew Stevens and the national team. Taylon Green got some pressure off the edge. That was Nadame Tucker. Got a hand on that ball, and Vincent Anthony from Duke recovers his second recovery. Tucker's been in on a bunch of plays, and the pressure got to Green.
That's Bowery at tackle again. He just got edged. Just too much speed coming off that right side. See him up at the top.
Oh, dip.
Just dipped and ripped right underneath him and shortened the corner. But again, that's the challenge. You know, Bowery, I think, has got a chance to have a shot and be a good player inside at guard, but the tackle position against speed like this has been a little bit of a chore.
See, really got him, ready to go for this game. There he goes, got that one complete to Colin Lacey.
He's got some
Colin
room.
Lacey.
Got an edge.
And Lacey steps out of a tackle as he crosses midfield. Lacey, of course, who started his collegiate career here at South Alabama before finishing up at Louisville.
Step right through Sierra Wright's tackle, wasn't it?
And from right here in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, whip route.
And he was propelled as he made it back.
Look at Adam Randall. Did you see that effort
Yes.
down the field?
Things you're
Streaking
looking
through
for.
the screen.
This defensive line's got a pass rush in him here.
There's one.
Benny got free. Oh, look at Cole Payton staying on his feet, and Cole Payton is down at about the 26-yard line after nearly getting brought down about 3 different times.
He started to collapse on him in the pocket. It almost looked like he was getting ready to get tackled and bracing for the tackle. And then he realized, wait, I'm still up.
good.
Okay, all right, let's go. And
Rayshon Benny.
Was a little
And
option.
it's Keyshawn Owens into the end zone for the first time for the national team, paying off a really nice drive set up by Cole Payton.
You have a little triple option there, CD.
How about that?
Swag, it looks like down on the field.
Well,
Cards,
they
they
should
throw.
be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell you what, so the American team is going to be the winners of this game, 17-9, as this clock hits 0.